Hello seekers who chose door number 3, the voyage. If you happen to have bumped into this video without seeing the introduction, the link to the introduction is down below. So then if you are now pulled to this door, you can choose any of the other 2 doors presented there. Okay, so we are going to be looking at 3 things to better unfold what the next adventure awaits. And the first is going to be an intuitive message. The second is going to be looking at the cards, and the third we're just going to be looking at some charms. And don't worry, I will be providing timestamps down below if you want to skip into any of these segments. Okay, so firstly we are going to be just admiring and looking at this door and why possibly you were pulled to this door. Okay, so this door is painted in the color blue, and the color blue does represent for me throat chakra. It's representative of communication and speaking your voice and being authentic and not being afraid to express your truth and your opinions and your beliefs. It's just being this completely open and honest with yourself primarily, and in that honesty with yourself, being honest with others, and also just communication, so connecting with others and having like we said, honest communication, direct communication, communicating your emotions and your feelings without regret or without any shame, just openly. Yeah. So that's what I have. And I did put some little stars here. I was pulled to do so. It's just this feeling of like shining through, like stars, they shine through, they illuminate the night sky. And it's again that just standing in your own truth. It's like when you speak honestly and you allow your voice to be heard, then you just shine authentically. And yeah, you just shine through. People hear you, people see you, and those who are resonate with you will connect with you. Yeah. So now let's look at the intuitive message. So let's open the door and see what is behind. So while I was connecting with this energy, I did have some visualizations, and I tried my best to recreate them in these sketches and paintings. And the first thing that I saw was this blue rose. Now, as you can see, this blue rose is a bit droopy, so I did get the sense of a bit of a sadness of just being downcast. But if you can notice, the rose still has its petals. It's still pretty fresh. It's just like it just decided for a moment that it was going to be sad and it was all droopy. But it's still whole, it's still complete, it's still radiant in its color. So I do get the sense that maybe you feel you're going through a sad period, or you feel a little bit melancholic or droopy or sad. Be it because of your situation you're in, your environment, or just you don't have that much like the energy that you had before. Yeah, and then the color blue, again, we were speaking of being connected to the throat chakra and communicating. So maybe recently you've been a bit silent or quiet, you feel that you don't have anybody to talk to or to truly connect with, and maybe that is what is bringing you a bit sad or down. And it could be because of what we are passing through at this moment, the worldwide situation, the whole social distancing. Maybe you're not accustomed to that, or you feel that you're just more lonely or more alone. But that's just like how you're seeing the situation at the moment, because again, you see this flower is not withering. It just feels droopy at the moment right now. And I say this because I did see waves here, and like you see like waves, and this is like frequency waves, or like I just try to represent like sound waves. So it's this sense that like communication came through again. Like maybe you do need to communicate something, or this communication, maybe you've been waiting to communicate with somebody and you haven't gotten a reply or a response. It's just telling me that it's on its way. Like it's taking a while, but you will be hearing about this person or whatever it is pretty soon. Like it is there in the background. It's coming to you. It's just maybe not here yet. Or maybe you're too much in this state that you're not really acknowledging it or listening to it, because it could also be that your spirit guides. Because let me tell you, I saw a lot of these orbs, and I did feel like someone, when I was in connecting, I did feel presence next to me. Now, it wasn't a scary presence or anything of the sort. It did feel like male energy, but it could be a spirit guide or whatever you relate to and connect to, that is trying to communicate with you. And but maybe you've been too much in this sad space, or this space that you're alone or you feel lonely, that you haven't been able to receive these messages that are coming through, because they are coming through. And I did feel a lot of like these little orbs just around me. So it is like, if you do feel alone, I feel that the message here is just telling you you're not alone. You're never alone. You're always being looked out for and taken care of. And whatever these little spirit or energies are, they love you so much. They do. And they think you're just, I don't know, it's just like a cute energy. They think you're so kind. And they just like, they don't want to tell you that you're not alone, that you're always protected, that they're with you at all times. Yeah, so don't feel like you're alone in this world, because you're not. And to express your colors, because you hold such beautiful colors, you have you're such a beautiful being and have such a beautiful essence. So please look up at the sun, so that you may radiate your light within, because it's so beautiful. And the next image that I had was, it looked like a pond or just some form of liquid, and this stick coming out of it, like swirling in it. The first thing that I thought of was like a brush, like swirling in paint. So like beginnings of painting something. It's just like pondering like what you're going to paint. But later it kind of more looked like, when they used the straw so they could breathe underwater. So I could also mean that you feel under the weather, like underwater right now. You're maybe too much sunk in, or too much into your emotions right now. And like blue also reminds me of like sadness and melancholy, and maybe you're just too absorbed in that. And this like little hope that you have, whatever it is, it keeps you from drowning. Like I said, I don't feel like you're withering. I don't feel like you're drowning completely. It doesn't feel like depression for me. It just feels like sadness, like just being sad and under the weather. Because I do have this, like, this just reminds me of a sense of hope. You are breathing, but it's like you're just deciding to be in this energy right now, because you can come out of it. It's like you can come out of it by having that sense of hope. Okay, so that is the intuitive message that I have for you guys, and now let's look into the cards. So I pulled both oracle and tarot cards. So let's look first at the tarot cards. So the first tarot card is the protection card. Okay, so this reminds me a lot of just that innocent feeling that I was getting through the intuitive message. So I feel that if whatever your guides or whatever it is that is in contact with you sees you like this little doe here, it's like it's a very innocent and tender energy. And you see how this little doe is alone in her in this little shelter in her home. That's how I feel it, like the same energy with the rose. Like it just feels like this, like you feel a bit like lonely and sad because of it. Maybe it is that because of the situation at the moment worldwide, you are at home by yourself, or you were separated from your family and you do feel alone and you're missing your family, or separated from someone, or you just feel lonely. And I say home because this reminds me of a home, like you, or maybe you're far away from home, and then but you are protected, you are sheltered. It's just that you're not with the people that you would want to be, or you're not connecting with people that you wish to connect, or you're just not connecting with other individuals at the moment. So you feel a bit like gloomy, let's say. And I see that because I was just pulled into like these shadows right here. So it's like you're just cuddling yourself in and you're just feeling into this gloom, which is okay to feel into an emotion. It's just don't allow yourself to drown in them for so long, right? Because then we forget to go to the surface and to breathe. Luckily, it's like we did see like this image of a straw. You are like breathing in a way, you are coming out every once in a while. It's just you're allowing yourself to feel into this bit of like sadness at the moment. And I say that maybe it's time for you to maybe they're asking you, your guides are asking you a bit, wait, did the light change? Sorry. To start maybe working on some projects or something that like inspires you within your home, or just get out of your home a bit, because do remember that we might be in the social distancing and stuff, but we can't get out of our homes. We can't go and look outside and breathe the air and see the stars. And I say that because we have the stars here. And I just remember that you're still alive, you're healthy, you're good, and just have some sense of hope and just, again, that sense of joy. Go out and see the stars and like, I don't know, plan on something, a new creative pursuit or something that might bring and inspire joy within you. So you won't be stuck in this like sad space here. Yeah, let's see. The next card that was pulled is the Ancestor card. Yeah, okay, so remember I was feeling that maybe your spirit guides or someone is trying to connect with you. Now, the ancestor reminds me a lot like of a spirit guide. And, okay, let me turn this up right for you. This just reminds me this division of like entering the spiritual realm. It's like a portal of entering that spiritual world. Is like leaving. You see how we have like the hoofprints or footprints right here? It's like leaving your physical body and just like transcending or moving, but in your light body, in your spiritual form. That's what I feel with the ancestor, and also just reminds me of like spirit guides and or spirit animals, angels, and all those things what you resonate with. And in reverse, it just feels like, because you see how she has, or this being has, this drum. It's like announcing an awakening. This is also for me, like 5 represents like change that comes in like that unexpectedly. And with her having these drums, it's like you transcending into like this spiritual aspect of having like this awakening, right? And it's just announcing it. So I feel that your spirit guides have been trying to call your attention, or maybe this is exactly it. Like an awakening is about to happen for you, or something new is about to happen for you that will really allow you to grow, because you have been in this very I don't want to say childish, but like naive state, and it's time for you to just evolve and grow, to get out of this space that you've been, because maybe this is also representing a comfort space that you've been in here for a while, and it's just telling you it's time to move on forward and to see what the world has to offer you, to begin having experiences so that you can mature and evolve, and you can transition and move into this awakening space, right? Because they're waiting to welcome you, and probably they've been hitting those drums trying to grab your attention, but you've just been too busy being in this state of like melancholy and sadness and feeling completely lonely, and your guides are just like, hey, you're not alone, we're here with you. But you're like, nope, I'm alone. And they're like, no, if you would get out of your house and maybe you would try to communicate more, if you just connect even more with us, then you will see, we will make sure to let you know that you're not alone. So I just get out there, like look up at the stars, and we will be there waiting for you. And that's what I feel. It's like this pause with this being in reverse. There has been this pause and this feeling. I wouldn't say a stagnation, just this pause. We can't really move on forward because it's like you're just deciding to be in this moment right now, and it feels like protection for you, because we do have the protection card. Like right now everything feels like it's still, right? Nothing is happening, but it's because you haven't given yourself the opportunity to explore further. And it doesn't mean like go travel or do something adventurous or something crazy, right? It just means like give yourself an opportunity to maybe create something, or if you used to do creative things, writing, painting, drawing, anything, try that again. Something that inspires you, something that's just a bit like different from your routine. Just, yeah, like change it up a bit or turn it up a notch. Just do something different to get out of the same space. Even going outside, if you haven't gone outside for some days, like moi, it's like even just going outside for like half an hour or so, just sitting there, breathing the air, that's a change. So yeah, just change your routine, do something different, and things will start changing again. And when you allow yourself, because when you do things, when you change up even just what you feel is a little bit, then what you're opening up to is change. And so this can now be like, oh, okay, now we have an entryway. And then it could come in for you. And then things will start moving in motion then. But at this moment it can, because you're in this energy of like protecting yourself and guarding yourself. Yeah. You see, we have the Sun of Life here. And so we have this man, complete opposite of this dough here. We have this man standing completely open in like its birthday suit, completely naked, his heart completely open and just shining like the sun. And you see all of these flowers and all of this life growing exactly where he's standing. So he is the sun. So do not be so preoccupied by the genders or the sex. If you're a female or a male watching this, or whatever you relate to, this just has to like this is just representing divine masculine energy. And it's just that passionate energy, is that action oriented energy here represented here, but it's being represented by the sun. And now the sun gives life, right? It gives warmth and it helps life to grow. And so it's asking you, from this little doe here who's all sheltered and protected and feels all alone, maybe a bit not vulnerable, like just like naive and weak, like you can't go on your own. It's telling you, whoa, yo, but you're this sun. You're this individual. It's just like, get up and open up. And all of this power, all of this sun, all of this light will just come pouring out of you. And I feel that that's exactly what is waiting for you. It's just when you decide to accept this change, this awakening, it truly is going to be an awakening. It's like going to be just like kind of like, I don't know, like not abrupt, just like a strong awakening. You're just going to come into your power like that. Is who you truly are, this Sun of Life, this empowering individual who is a creator, and who is also heart center, who is vulnerable. So here maybe you're scared of opening up because we see you sheltered and protected, and what it's asking you is open up, express yourself, speak your voice, communicate your truth, your wants, your needs, how you're feeling. Speak your voice, because I feel you have a lot to express, be it verbally or creatively. And I think that's what it's reminding you, is just rediscover and remember those passions that you had and explore them, because I feel you are, well, we are all creators, but I feel you are a creative being. You just haven't tapped into that. I think you at one point did, but you just haven't allowed yourself to tap into that. And I feel now you are have a lot of time, or have the opportunity to tap into that again and to explore it. And in doing so, you're going to realize that this feeling of being lonely or like sad is just going to go away like this so quickly, because this will bring you so much joy, and it would just like further fuel the fire and expand, and you will see abundance from it. yeah, because I see you here, it's like radiating. It's like being the center of attention, but not in a negative way. It's just because you shine so bright. Yeah, and we have the horse here, and the horse is just this nurturing energy. It's like mother energy to me as well. It's also energy that is grounded. It's connected directly to earth, so it's bringing things into the physical reality. So yeah, I feel much of this creative energy for you. I think it's asking you to explore those creative aspects of yourself again, to allow yourself that opportunity. And yeah, you will see how you quickly transform, move from out of this into this. But it's just asking you to first allow yourself this change. Once you move out of this space, of this sad space or melancholic space, then this change, like this awakening, will come for you. Will come, and you'll stand in this power. In the sun, and the sun is like the yes card, the like hell yeah. Okay, and the next card that came out is the respect card. Okay, so the respect card for me, it does seem a little scary, but the respect card is just a moment in your journey. It's just let's say a form of confrontation, or meeting a person, like meeting this person in the journey, and it's just to allow you to see how you handle the situation, right? It's just kind of reminding you of how you respect yourself and how you respect others. So maybe the reason you've been a bit guarded and haven't been wanting to fully expose be out there more is because a past situation wasn't very pleasant for you. And then now you just like, nah, I don't want to go through that again. But I guess it's just, this came just to teach you about self-respect primarily. It's like what relationships or people you allow into your life. Yeah. But let me pull out the oracle cards to get more information. Oh, the seasons. Yeah. So the seasons from you represent change. It's the ending of something for the beginning of something new. But for seasons, it's a change that is organic, right? It's not abrupt. It doesn't come like a slap in the face. It slowly dies out and it slowly comes in. And so I sense that it's just reaffirming this notion that it's time for a change, right? And whatever this was, that maybe, because we do have it at the end of the spread, whatever it is that this was that maybe had you scared or has you hiding and sheltered, it's time to move out of that space now. Maybe this could also be representing like your own thoughts, right? Because we did have like that sad energy of like that droopy energy, and it might just be representing your mental energy, like your own inner thoughts, telling you that maybe you do have these creative talents, and this is just the energy, because it is the respect card of that voice that we all have, telling us that we're not worthy, that it's not enough, that we're not good enough. And it's just this or this energy of being envious of others, or the jealousy, and it's causing this disrespect to ourselves, right? Because you wouldn't be that disrespectful to someone else. You wouldn't be telling all these things to someone else because it's horrible. So why would you be telling all of these horrible things to yourself? You are a person as well. You are a being to be respected. And so this is just telling you it's time to respect yourself. That voice that is represented by this man, like, it's not exactly who you are. It's just a voice, a stream of consciousness that's inside of your mind. And it's up to you whether you want to pay attention to it and keep on, like, hiding, or whether you confront it and you tell it, like, you know what? Nah, man. Nah, I am worthy. I have I have talent. I do have talent. And maybe it doesn't look like somebody else's, but it's because it's my own expression. And of course, if you are in this energy of comparing yourself to another individual, which I have been there, and I do often do that myself, I will be honest with you, just remember, if we all were the same, you know, if somebody glowed violet, and we're like, well, I want to glow violet like that person, and we spend our whole lives trying to glow violet when we are iridescent, different colors, how sad it will be, because it's like, why would you want to have like two violet people when you yourself are like this unique, valuable being? Like, nobody else is going to be your colors. So instead of trying to spend the time and all of the energy to be what someone else already is, like, spend the time to shine your own colors, because like the world has not seen that at all. And it's just unique. You are unique on your own by yourself. There's no other you. And there's always going to be a difference, because that's the point. It's this uniqueness. So if it's a creative pursuit or something, and you feel you like say drawings or something are a bit funky, or your writing is different, or anything that it is, your videos, if you're planning on doing YouTube videos, is different from someone else, like, try it. You are like giving the world something new and fresh, and we thank you for that. Thank you for giving us something fresh and new to look at and to inspire us, because that can inspire another person to go out there, or inspire something new in someone else. So do not compare yourself, and do not feel like you have to be like someone else, because being you is the gift to this world. That's why you came here. You came here for a reason. You're not an extra or anything like that. You're purposeful, and yes, and you are a gift to this world, to the present. So yeah, thank you for being here. And so keep expressing yourself and silence this voice or this thinking and this mentality. And if it's someone else doing this, like every time you want to go out or try something new, and someone else is telling you, nah, you can't do that, like, why would you do that, it's already been done, yada yada, or anything of the sort, you know, stand in this power. Stand like the sun of life. And this person seems like they've been in the dark for too long, and so like this bright shining light will just like be too much for them, will blind them. Just stand in your power and blind them with your light. Like, how do they say? Kill them with kindness. And so yeah, be like, okay, that's your opinion, and that's cool. Like, if you want to keep thinking that way, cool for you. But you know what? I'm gonna go try it. I'm gonna come out of this winter season and move into spring, because it's about damn time to do so. And I'm gonna stand in my power. And I applaud you for that, because I know you will. Because, yes, because you have what it takes, and you are this sun, this beautiful being. And man, I feel like you're such a kind and like innocent and pure individual. So yeah, it's time, and move, like, silence. Like, sometimes we won't be able to silence this voice. Like, a lot of people say silence this voice. It's just becoming aware that it's separate from us, and just you're choosing either to listen to it or not. So I know sometimes it gets hard to not listen to it, to not pay attention, because it's our doubts and insecurities. But you know, always just remind yourself that there is hope, and like, honestly, in a way, there's nothing to lose. There isn't. It's a new venture, and it's like, if it brings you joy, if it truly gets you out of this space, then go for it. Because it's, like I said, it's time for you to change up the seasons. The seasons have to change. It's time for you to move out of winter, because we do have winter here. pretty cool. So it's time for you, because you've been in the space for quite a while, because we do have it upside down, and it's time for you to get out of this space to move into spring, to move into the sun. So please do so. And remember that if you feel you're unsupported, you have support. You have support. And it's in the universe, in God, and who you believe, in your guides. They love you so much and they support you. And they're just calling to you, trying to wake you up and telling you, come on, move on forward. Because we're dying to see you shine this bright. Okay? So that's the reading. For you, I feel this is the opportunity that's coming towards you. It's just this. It's a beautiful story, because it's like you shining bright and shushing these people away just by shining your light, just by being you. That's amazing power. Okay? Yeah. And so this is finally this change, and shining your light, and maybe getting some recognition for it. I see these flowers, like maybe they're being presented to you and getting recognition for your talents, for whatever it is that you're passionate about. And yeah, maybe even connecting with new people, or having those connections that you wanted, and not feeling so alone and like abandoned or something like that, because you're not alone. You may feel lonely, but you're not alone. Okay, now let's move into the charms. So welcome to the charm section of this video. So how this is going to work is that we're going to be pulling out some DIY charms, and we have this painting of the moon, right? So full moon represents manifestations, dreams, and subconscious for me. So whatever falls inside the full moon are going to be things that are going to be manifested into your reality. Things that you can physically see and hold and have, in a sense, control over it. Whatever falls in the aura of the moon are things that you are manifesting. So things that you're pulling in, things that are already in your energetical field, but it's only in due time that they will be manifested into your physical reality. But that's what you're calling in, bringing in. And whatever falls in the void or in the stars are things that are being worked in the background, are things that the universe is helping you with this. It's taking care of this for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay? So now let's see what charms fall. Oh goodness. And what's the next adventure that awaits for you. Okay, so that's it. What else do we have here? Okay, steering wheel. And the time turner. Okay, so the first thing that we have here, oh, we have another thing here. Oh, pretty cool. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we have a sunflower here, which makes sense, and it fell right in the aura of the moon. So this is what you're... Sorry, the video got cut off, and for good reason, because my neighbors started making a lot of noise. So yeah, so we're talking about the sunflower. So the sunflower fell right here in the aura of the moon, so that is what you're manifesting, what you're pulling in. And so funny that the sunflower fell, because we did have the sun card come out for the tarot cards, and the sunflower just reminds me of sun energy, because the sun, it moves and changes direction to get the most energy from the sun. So it moves in the direction of the sun. So it's always to get sunlight and sun rays as much as it can. So it's again this like exuding your energy at all times, and just like exposing yourself and this sun and vibrant energy that you have. And this for me just represents creativity again, this energy of creativity and of passion, and of just also inspiring others, and just doing something that at all times gives you this sense of, gives you this heightened energy. So it just might mean inspiration to keep on going, or inspires you to create even more. I just feel this very creative energy for this group. So I do feel that the people, the seekers who chose this this door are very creative individuals, or into the arts, or just any form of creativity. And so it's just, what do you say, absorbing as much energy and just getting the most out of a situation. And so I feel that that's what's you're pulling into. It's just finally moving into this space where you're only resonating with people or situations or doing things that build you up, that inspire you more. And you're moving out of any energy of that sheltered space where it just keeps you droopy and drowsy. So it's moving away from like this blue energy to this vibrant, orangey, passionate energy. And that's what you're pulling in. It's like you're being represented by the sunflower, by the sun. So the next one we're going to be looking at is this time turner. So the time turner, it was inspired by Harry Potter, Hermione's time turner. So the time turner for me represents, if you are familiar with the Harry Potter movies, you do know that the time turner was used to go back in time. So we use this magical device to go back in time, but it was used to change the circumstances, right? To save some lives, to make a difference. So for right here, what it represents for me is just having this opportunity to redo something. So it's something from your past coming back to you in order to either make amends or do something differently. If you feel you had a missed opportunity, which I don't think there's ever missed opportunities, then it's just coming back to you to let you know, like, yeah, to see what you do with it now, to see if you do want this opportunity again, or what you will do differently with the situation. And it did fall here, right, in the void. And so I feel that the universe is working for this opportunity for you. It's like bringing something back to you pretty soon, so that it just lets you become more aware of whether this is something that you wanted. Maybe you felt in this space of like feeling sad or just this down energy because maybe you feel that you missed an opportunity, and the universe is just telling you, nope, don't worry about it. It wasn't a missed opportunity. Maybe it just, at the moment, it wouldn't have worked as you would have wanted it to, and like now will be the time. Now is the time for it to actually come to works for you. But it's if you wanted to, if you want to accept this opportunity again, right? Or it could be a person, right, from your past or a situation that might symbolize the respect card that is coming back into your life, and it's just here to remind you, have you learned the lesson in terms of self-respect? Are you willing to accept that energy again? Or are you willing to say, are you now more grounded in your self-empowerment to say no to it, to say no to any energy that instead of builds you up, tears you down? Right? And so that may come in again. And I said grounded because we have the anchor here. So it's just, that it is this person or a situation that reminds you of that, like those insecure thoughts or something that tears you down. And it's just to show you that you come this far, that now you're this grounded individual and you are grounded in your power. You are stable enough now and are aware enough to know who you are and the potential you have and how bright you shine, to be like, you know what, you can say whatever it is that you want to say, but I know the truth. I know who I am. I know how bright I shine. And like, say goodbye to this situation in person. Just walk away. Like, no need to have hate for this person or resentment for this person, because like, no, you just know, you know who you are now. You know how brightly you shine. You know you are the sun. You are the sunflower. And so you are only now seeking for things that give you light, who build you up, who let you shine even brighter, and where you could also like share your light and your sunshininess with. So the next one that we have here is the blank canvas, and the blank canvas for me represents infinite potential, infinite possibilities. It's a blank canvas after all. It's like you have the opportunity to paint whatever picture that you want. It's like this new beginning. Like, either it can represent, again, that creative aspect, that you're actually starting off new creative projects or going back into painting if you are a painter, or writing or whatever creative pursuit that you're doing. And this is just validating that, like, yeah, go for it. Rediscover that creative person in you, because there is so much creativity in you. And maybe it's also telling you that maybe share this, find a platform or somewhere that you can share this with others. If not, then just start doing it for yourself. But this also can represent like creating your new life and the life that you want to live. It's like this brand new start for something brand spanking new, and it's what you want it to be, how you want to see it in your life. You're the one who is going to create and be like, this is how I want it to be now, and you're the one who's going to create that. And that's what like the universe is helping to bring for you, like this new opportunity. Remember the seasons, like, is helping you close that season to enter that spring. It's like something is going to be birthed. What are you going to be birthed? That doesn't have to necessarily mean a real birth, but like, what new creative project do you want to start now? What do you want to bring into this world? Because remember, creative creations are birthing life into this world. It's bringing something new into this world. So what are you going to bring into this world through your creations? Yeah, and so that represents like a new creative project or something like that. And remember, we were speaking of ascension, of awakening. The elevator, for me, this represents ascension. As you can see here, we have an infinity symbol, and then like this like diamond, a triangle, which represents ascension for me. And it's just like the infinite cosmos here in the background. It's like entering this elevator and just moving upwards. So it's just that awakening for me represented here again. It's just you deciding to enter this space, to enter the elevator for a new change. It's like we said, once you decide that you want that change, just by changing something in your life, your routine or something, just by beginning to express changing your life, is you moving into this elevator, and that change, that awakening, that you blossoming will finally come towards you. You will be ascending into that new you, into that sun you, into this sunflower you, who you are. And then we have the hummingbird here, and the hummingbirds always remind me of like spirit guides or people who have passed, and like now their spirit is with us in the forms that they can manifest in our physical realities. And that's what like loved ones or ancestors or spirit guides, that's what I relate to with the hummingbird. And I get this sense again that you have so many loving beings around you energetically, be it spirit guides or loved ones that are on the other side, and they're always with you. They're always with you, and they're just letting you know. And maybe you see a lot of hummingbirds, or hummingbirds are just something significant for you, and this is just giving you validation that it's like, yes, they are here with you. They're always sending you messages. They're always accompanying you. So please don't feel alone, because they're here with you and they love you. And they're so proud of you. And they're just waiting to see what new beautiful things you're going to create. Yeah. So they're always supporting you. Have the support of these loving beings. And we have the steering wheel here of the ship. So this is just taking reins of your own life. And it's just reminding you again, like, it's you. It's you who announces that you want a change in your life. It's you, by your actions, your words, your decisions, your habits, that say, sorry, the video keeps cutting off. So I was saying with this is just, taking complete reign of your life, taking control of it and steering it in the direction that you want. And that is what the universe is helping you in the background. It's just allowing you opportunities that give you that sense of power back, that you do have control of your life, that you can steer it in any direction that you want, and you can, set your ship a sail to the voyage that you want, or where you want it to go. You are the captain of your own life. And and it's just this beautiful energy of coming up from this space of feeling like alone, or that you don't have the power or the control to fully embark on your journey. And it's just like really the story of just, owning your ship, taking control of the steering wheel, and just seeing where you want to go, where the wind takes you, and you having the sense of knowing that you can steer the ship wherever you want it to go. and it's just coming into your own, coming into this power. And noticing that you're not alone and you're very much connected with these spiritual beings. And it's just time for you to awaken to that, to fully awaken to your power. And this awakening is coming to you. And it's coming with a brand new start, with a new beginning, and new opportunities. Yep. So that is all I have for you. Doors number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you and your loved ones are safe and well. And if you resonated with this reading, please do like. Please do comment, and if you want to stick around for further pick-a-card readings, do subscribe. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your tarot reader for today and for sticking around. Thank you. Until the next moment.